Hello students, in this session I am going to explain how to assign R and S configuration to chiral carbon atoms. Okay, let us start. At first, let us look at few rules we are having, right, in naming according to R and S system. Okay, so at first you should know what it stands for, why we got actually, okay, RS system nomenclature or RS nomenclature. So at first, R stands for rectus, which means right, or you can take clockwise direction, and S for sinister, which means left or anti-clockwise direction. Okay, to give RS notations or nomenclature, a set of rules to be followed, and those set of rules given by the three scientists. First one, Cahan, Ingold, and Relog. So you can call those rules as CIP rules also. Okay, so you should know CIP rules before going for RS nomenclature. Right, so let me take the three rules, okay, what we're having in giving notations R and S. The first one is assign the priority number 1 to 4. You know, if you're having chiral carbon atom, we'll be having 4 atoms or group of atoms attached to the chiral carbon atom. So we need to give priority numbers, and that priority number depends on atomic number. Higher, you can see here, atoms with higher atomic number gets higher priority. Okay, that depends on atomic number. Higher the atomic number, higher the priority. So should first assign the priority numbers 1 to 4 to each substituent attached to chiral center. Right, once it is done, the next one is arrange the molecule so that the lowest priority substituent is pointing away from you. Okay, this is very important step. We need to arrange the molecule in such a way that the lowest priority substituent, like most of the cases, will be having hydrogen, atomic number 1. In most of the cases, that will be the lowest priority substituent. And the rule is what here? It should be pointing away from you. Okay, so we can take some examples there. In that I'll explain how it is to be done, okay, if it is not pointing away from you. Right, the next one, third rule. Okay, once you arrange and assign the priority numbers, the next step is what? Mentally move from the substituent priority. Okay, so we need to move from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Right, if you are moving in a clockwise manner, okay, in this direction, okay, moving from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, if it is in a clockwise manner, so we need to assign it as R. So the configuration around that chiral carbon atom will be R, and if you're moving in anti-clockwise manner, that to be assigned as S. So in this way we take the three rules actually, okay, in naming or giving notations R and S. Right, let's take few examples now to make it clear. I made two different types now. You can see the first one here. If the group or atom with the lowest priority, that's assigned as 4, right? We take 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 should be the least priority group, is bonded by a hatched wedge. Right, you can take first, I had taken few examples with perspective formulas. You can see here perspective formula, right? We got one solid wedge here. You can take this one as solid wedge and hatched wedge. So the first the compounds what I taken are examples what I taken. If the group or atom with the lowest priority is bonded by a hatched wedge. Okay, the meaning of this now, hatched wedge means what? This bond is going away from the observer, right? Okay, away from the observer, and the rule says what here? Arrange the molecule. You can see the second rule, arrange the molecule so that the lowest priority substituent is pointing away from you. So it is only pointing away, right? The least priority group. Oh, that's the reason why there is no need of changing anything here. It's only away, right? So just what we need to do now, the first step now, assign the priorities. Okay, this is a chiral carbon atom now. You can see the groups attached, right? First one is bromine, you got here. The second one is ethyl, and third one is methyl. Now based on atomic number, you can easily assign that, right? Bromine gets higher priority. The second one now, you can see ethyl and methyl. So methyl gets second or higher priority over methyl because of this carbon here is attached to further one more carbon, right? Whereas in methyl is attached to only hydrogen atoms. So that's the reason why the second one second priority should be for ethyl. This is second priority group, and the third one is methyl. Again carbon is there, right? And the last one we need to go for hydrogen. Okay, that's the least priority group and is oddly away from the observer. Okay, now what's the next step there? We need to move from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Okay, so I have shown here, right? 1 to 2 first and then 2 to 3. So overall the direction is what now? We are moving in anti-clockwise manner, right? So if it is anti-clockwise direction, as the rule says, we need to give the notation as S. So the configuration around this chiral carbon atom in this molecule is S configuration. Okay, second example here, you can see I have taken mirror image of the first example. Okay, just to see the molecule now. First one, again bromine gets higher priority, right? Then ethyl gets a second priority and methyl gets a third one, and hydrogen, okay, being fourth or the lowest priority group. And you can see again it's H to H, right? So it's already away from the observer. There's no need to change anything, right? So just we need to move now 1 to 2 and then from 2 to 3. So we can see overall now, right, we are moving in clockwise direction, so we need to assign it as R. So configuration around this chiral carbon atom will be R, right? So this is about the first type. Okay, I take one more example. Just take the third example now. Okay, we got a chiral carbon atom and the groups attached here. One is hydroxy, then you got CH aldehyde group is present, hydrogen is present, and CH2OH. Right, so first one we need to give the priority order. Okay, first one you can see OH now, carbon attached to the oxygen, right? In the second attached to carbon, hydrogen and carbon. So we can say easily, right, OH gets highest priority, so 1 to be given for OH. Now the second one we need to give for CHO or CH2OH, so that we need to decide now. You can see here CHO I have converted, right? C double bond OH, or we can even write in the form of, you can see double bond O here, right? So you can convert that into single bond O, and one hydrogen is present. I wrote it as hydrogen, same, right, as it is. So it means what? The carbon bonded to 2 oxygen atoms and 1 hydrogen, right? This aldehyde group. Now if you see this CH2OH, in this carbon attached to, you can see here, right, count it, 1 oxygen, then 2 hydrogens. Right, now we can make the differentiation, right? So we got 2 oxygens here on the carbon and here only 1 oxygen, right? So the highest priority should be given for what? The one having more number of oxygens, right? Or can take like a higher atomic number. So the next priority group will be CHO. This is second priority group, and the third one should be for CH2OH. And the last one again, it's a hydrogen. Okay, it's oddly away from the observer, right, here also. So you can take the next step now, the third step, right, moving from first 1 to 2, then from 2 to 3. Okay, if we take overall again direction here, right, we're moving in this way, right, or can take it as clockwise direction, and so we need to assign it as R, right? So that's the first type of examples. Now the second one, we can take if the group or atom with the lowest priority, that's fourth, is not bonded by a H to H. Okay, so if it's attached to any other positions, now it's not away from the observer, we need to make some changes. We need to bring back that hydrogen or lowest priority group. It should be like away from the observer. Okay, just see the example now. We got a chiral carbon atom right here also, OH, H, then methyl and ethyl. Okay, first one you can see hydrogen, okay, where it is placed now. Hydrogen by the solid wedge, you know meaning of solid wedge, right? The bond close to the observer. Okay, so here in this case, the lowest priority group is not away from the observer, right? So we need to make that now first. And how to make that? Remember, in any molecule, we can make some exchanges, right? If we take exchanges, if we take like two exchanges, it won't change the stereochemistry or can take like configuration of the carbon. And if we make one exchange, it will invert the configuration. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need to retain the configuration, we don't want to change that. So we can make what, two exchanges now, right? So just see this example one I had done here. So I taken exchanges, okay, between 1 and 2 first. You can see this arrow, right? Exchange between 1 and 2. You can see the position, right? In the place of ethyl we got hydroxy, right? And in the place of hydroxy we got ethyl. That's one exchange I had done. The second exchange is H and methyl. You can see here, right? These two got exchanged, right? Okay, so now remember I made two exchanges, so it won't change the configuration, right? Okay, so now the priority is given oddly, right? OH1, ethyl 2 and methyl is 3. So you can see the direction right here. Now 1 2 2 to 3 means it's moving in anti-clockwise direction, right? Okay, so if we take anti-clockwise direction, okay, so it has to be changed, right? It's not R. Okay, so it should be S configuration, is not R. You can see here 1, the second one ethyl is 2, and the third one is methyl, right? So it's moving in anti-clockwise direction, so it should be, and hydrogen also away from the observer, so we can assign it as S configuration, right? So the next one now. Okay, I taken till here all perspective formulas, right? Now let me take a few examples with Fischer projections. Right, now if you take Fischer projections, you can see the first molecule I have taken here. Now let me take few rules first. You can see the some groups here, or you can take hydrogen and hydroxy on the horizontal line, right? And methyl and ethyl on the vertical line. Okay, the rule says what here? The groups on the horizontal line are coming out of plane of paper or close to the observer. Okay, so if it is on the horizontal line, it means what? It's close to the observer, right? And if it is close, what the rule says now, the least priority group should be on the, or can like should be away from the observer, right? And you can see the rule. Okay, let me take that now. If the least priority group is on the let me take this first. If the least priority group is on the horizontal line, invert the configuration. Okay, in this example you can see hydrogen is the least priority group, right? And if it is on the horizontal line, so it means what, we need to invert the configuration. Okay, and if it comes on the vertical line, so we should retain the configuration. Okay, let me take that once again. Groups on the horizontal line are coming out of plane of paper or close to the observer, right? And on the vertical line going back or away from the observer. Okay, so just take this example now. We can give the priority, right? First one, the highest priority for we can take it as OH, right? Because we got oxygen. Second one for ethyl, third for methyl. And if you take direction now, okay, 1 to 2 to 3, so we need to move in clockwise direction, right? Okay, so if you take clockwise means what comes in mind, it should be R. But lowest priority group comes on horizontal line, and as the rule says here, if it comes on horizontal line, we need to invert the configuration. Okay, so it's not R, it to be taken as yes, right? Let's take its mirror image now. You can see this OH1 again, right? 1, ethyl 2 and methyl 3. So if we take direction 1 to 2 to 3, we're moving in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now how it look like? If you take anti-clockwise, it's to be taken as yes, right? But hydrogen again, lowest priority group on the horizontal line, so should invert the configuration, right? So it's not yes, it to be taken as R, right? So that's one example by using Fischer projection. Let's take the next one, second example. Now I have taken lowest priority group on the vertical line. You can see here hydrogen. Okay, first we need to give priority. Chlorine gets 1, ethyl gets 2, and methyl gets 3. Right, now the lowest priority group on the vertical line, it means what? It's away from the observer. Okay, so we need to retain the configuration as it is. There's no need of inverting the configuration here. Right, let's take now the direction 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So you can take what the movement here 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So you can take clockwise direction, right? And there's no need to change or invert the configuration, right? So we need to assign it as R. Right, next one and the last example I taken as tartaric acid. And in the case of tartaric acid, we got 2 chiral carbon atoms, that's C2 and C3. Right, so we need to assign for both the carbon atoms now. Okay, right, let's look at the molecule now. The first, okay, we can take carbon 2, second carbon. Okay, we got groups now. First priority should be given for OH 1, second priority should be given for COOH 2, and third one for this complete group. Right, and the reason I explained here already, COOH, why it gets second priority? Okay, because it's attached to we can say this double bond. I separately into like 2 oxygen atoms, right, and 1 more oxygen. So it means what? Carbon attached to 3 oxygens, whereas this one, if we take the third priority group, okay, carbon attached to 1 oxygen, 1 carbon, and 1 hydrogen. So we got more number of oxygens here, so that gets higher priority. Right, so if we take movement now, 1 hydroxy, 2 COOH, and 3 for this group, right? So if we take movement, it is like this. It's in like anti-clockwise direction, right? And if we take anti-clockwise direction, that to be assigned as yes, right? But again, the lowest priority group hydrogen comes on horizontal line. So it means what? We need to invert the configuration. Okay, so it's not yes, that to be assigned as R. So second carbon is R, we can write it as 2R. Right, let's take the third carbon now. I taken separately the molecule. We can take first one OH, first priority group, right? COOH gets second, and this complete group will be the third, right? And hydrogen gets some fourth priority. Now if we take movement again, 1 to 2. Okay, so if we take first one here, OH 1 to 2 to 3. We can take the movement again, it's anti-clockwise, to be taken as yes, right? But hydrogen comes again on the horizontal line, so we need to invert the configuration. So this to be again taken as R. So third carbon is also R. So you can assign the configuration for this molecule or for this optical isomer of tartaric acid as 2R and 3R. Okay, so this is 2R, 3R tartaric acid, and if you take its mirror image, it should be 2S, 3S tartaric acid. Okay, right, so in this way we assign R and S nomenclature or notations for chiral carbon atoms. Right, thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.